Hi, this is Megan Chapman, and this is the Tuesday Studio Video Visit. Thank you so much for joining me again this week. I have been just sort of taking it easy, as I believe you should know by now. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I was with the Abstractionistas at the Dalkeith Palace at the Dalkeith Country Park as part of the Inception exhibition. And so that ran Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 10 to 4 each day. Sunday night, the show came down. We packed up all of our stuff and we've brought it back to our respective studios. And as you might imagine, a fair amount of work goes into that. Much more work probably went into it for the organizers. But just when you are doing anything for an extended period of time, and when you're talking about work and having conversations and, just out and about in public, and especially after the last 2.5 years that we've all had, where for many of us things have been scaled back in that regard somewhat, it does take a little bit out of you. So I've just been having kind of a quiet Monday and Tuesday here today, regrouping and just kind of figuring out what's next. I would like to say again, thank you to all the organizers of the Inception event. They put on an impeccable exhibition. Really admire the business admin side of everything. Contracts, very clear. Everything was done quite well in that regard, especially. So I just want to make sure that they know that I appreciate them, and I'm sure many of the artists who participated in the exhibition really appreciate those things like contracts. Of course, that is of interest to me because, of course, as many of you know, I am doing that Fair Works training right now with the Scottish Artists Union. So all of that aspect of the exhibition was great. We had lovely crowds all of the 3 days. There was a private view as well on the Thursday night before the show opened. I unfortunately was unable to make the private view, but it sounded like it was a great event as well. So so that is now behind me, but of course, the knock-on effects linger on. Many of us might get a few more followers on social media, or more people contacting us after the fact, hopefully to talk to us or learn more about our work. I have already been contacted by several people just saying how much they enjoyed the show, or saying, that they are students and maybe they have a student budget. And I just want to let them know that, those were sort of my larger, sort of, we'll call them gallery style works, if you will, that I do also sell small works, as many of you know, and limited edition prints, sometimes open edition prints as well. I don't have my prints in my shop right now, but they will be returning soon. And so I'll make sure to update everybody and let you know, because it is extremely important for me to provide art that is accessible for a wide range of people's budgets, as well as sizes, because I understand that not everybody lives in a large home that can take a work, even a work as big as, say, this one behind me. So do know that I do keep things accessible, and that what you saw on the beautiful palace walls is not the only style of work I do, nor is it the only price point of work that I sell. So now that we got that out of the way, and I'm also open for commissions, and I also enjoy studio visits by appointment. And of course, my studio is at the Out of the Blue Drill Hall in Leith, Edinburgh. So you can just contact me if you'd like to arrange an appointment. Also, this is what I look like without my mask on. I was one of the very few people to keep my mask on for the duration of the show. So anyway, pleased to meet you if you're just seeing me for the very first time, from here down. Anyway, I think one of the best parts of the exhibition, at least for me, was probably, of course, there were several specific people who came to see me, and that really meant a lot, and it was lovely to connect with them in person, and lovely to stand before my work and, explain it in a way that I rarely get the opportunity to explain it. I also really enjoyed connecting with some of the other artists. Of course, many of us work, in a vacuum alone in our studios, so it's always interesting to connect with other artists and see them in the real world. You know, maybe it's someone you've followed on social media for years, and then you finally get a chance to connect. So I think that is a wonderful thing about having exhibitions in the real world, is that artists do get to communicate, talk about their art, talk about what it means to them, what they're trying to express, and then of course talking to the patrons, art lovers, people who share their interpretations of your work and share their personal and private stories with you, as you also exchange your story and your story about the art. That's what I really, really love about showing my work in the real world, which is a term I really would like to stop using personally, because it's all the real world, isn't it? So that's just a few little thoughts about the Inception exhibition. So that was my second time participating, my first time participating with the Abstractionistas. It was great for us all three to be in the same room together with the sculptures by Dominica. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show if you were able to make it. If you weren't able to make it, just keep following us on social media and you will find out where we are as a group and where we are individually and where we're showing our work next. I think that's about it. I'm going to be mentoring an artist later this week. And again, that's something that I absolutely love to do. So if you've watched my videos and you thought, Megan seems like a fairly reasonable or open-minded person, I might like to work with her sometime. You know, as you know, an artist mentor sort of relationship, well, feel free to send me an email or a message and we can always arrange that, because that is some of the work I actually love the most. And then also later this week, of course, I have a union meeting, and I had one last Friday as well. So, and those are still quite interesting, and I'm still very excited about getting more and more involved with the union. So that's all I have for you on this Tuesday studio video visit. I think I'm going to be quiet again for a while, probably watch an old film and just sort of relax and enjoy the sun. I can see blue sky out the window. So I hope you are well, happy, and inspired wherever you are. If you want to connect in any way, whether it's a studio visit, you want to ask me when I'll be selling my prints, or you want to have a like a mentorship session, or even just ask me what that would be, please reach out and contact me. I'm pretty much who you see on these videos, so I would love to chat with you. So I hope you are well, take very good care, and if you are an artist who's been out and about and doing these circuits and shows and pop-ups and all the things that we do, I hope you rest and take really good care of yourself, okay? And of course that goes for the rest of you too. Thanks very much. See you soon.